It is Monday, 17th of July, and the store has ticked along to, over the weekend, added a few more bits. We've gotten to 4,253 different lots, 900 visits, and 3 orders over the weekend that have come in. Got some feedback as well. This person that kind of felt one of the bricks wasn't as advertised still hasn't come back to me, unfortunately. So I'm not really able to do anything more about that. I've reached out to them, but got some good feedback from other people. Lackey's given me some nice feedback there, and I know he's kind of commented on a few of the videos on the YouTube channel as well. So much appreciate that, Lackey, and the order. That was good. Very professional, best customer service I've experienced. I mean, I can't ask for more than that, can I? And the other ones are all good as well, so that's great. Over on YouTube, it's been a bumper weekend of subscribers, up to 58. That's skyrocketed, with the videos getting some good views. The latest blog kind of getting 615, which I think makes it the 3rd most popular video so far. So I'm quite pleased with that, because, you know, I think it's probably easy for the Star Wars stuff to kick off, because it's such a massive audience. But the more standard kind of just Bricklink Store stuff, I guess it's a bit more niche. People probably not that, unless you're into it kind of thing. And at the weekend, I also added Facebook to it, thinking this might be a good way to kind of post in, like groups and things like that. So on Facebook, it is the Yellow Brick Road Bricklink Store, because everything else was taken. But there is a link out of YouTube in the banner to get to that. And I'll just post stuff on there as and when it's made, and then kind of maybe develop some stuff that's just specific for this, kind of rumours and things like that, perhaps, over there. So here's the orders over the weekend. So this is the big one. There was one part that it actually had a crack in it down the side, which I've emailed the buyer about. Clearly building something Hoth, I would imagine, judging by the types of bricks and the amount of white parts that they've gone with. Decent order though, happy with that one. It was, I thought it was going to take me a long time to kind of get it picked and stuff like that, but it wasn't too bad. Smaller order, but quality still. Just all light blue-grey parts. Nothing majorly exciting in there. Some of the new parts that came out, some of the sets that I parted out in the week. And then on Sunday, this one came in, which, given there's a couple of parts here out of the Tyridium shuttle, I wonder if that's what they're building, but you never know. So I'm going to get these 2 packed up anyway, and I'll probably put this in a box and get ready for it to be sent. But I'll see if I hear back from the buyer in the next kind of half a day. If not, I might just refund the brick and send it anyway, because it's a big order, so I don't think one piece is probably going to make a big difference. So Monday morning, something a little bit different. Actually collecting a Bricklink order in person from a store which is in there, apparently. So gonna go ring the doorbell and collect my order. So here's my order picked up. Loads of parts, stock. Quite a mixed way of packing it, but man alive. So that is Bricklink Store, and it is a warehouse of bricks. They've got 1.6 million parts in there, and their aim is to get to 10 million, and it's a phenomenal space. Amazing organisation, loads of shelves and things like that. It did make me think, wow, what a great profile kind of thing that would make to actually go around different Bricklink stores and do a feature on them. But what an operation. Lovely couple running it, doing the picking and the ordering, lots of orders going out of there. And it was great to see a big operation, given that mine's tiny compared to theirs. Like 1.6 million parts is huge. So got these, get them home, got some other things that I need to do, and then start getting these listed on the site. So it's Monday, like end of the day really, and then 2 orders pop in all of a sudden after none for a couple of days. Well, there was those ones at the weekend, but kind of Sunday was real quiet. And then today, so this one's just mixed parts, kind of. As you can see, there's one minifigure in it, which is the Rebels pilot, which is a good one. And then the other order has some cool bits in it. Bit more rare, few Technics parts, lots of plates, things like that. So yeah, 2 orders coming in. A welcome relief from the dismantling of the Super Star Destroyer, which is taking me forever. Tuesday morning, and those 2 orders are picked and just about to be packed. So order 1 was just a whole bunch of plates, and order 2 is a whole lot of parts. So some black plates and various bits and pieces, lots of these kind of modified slopes, some light grey, some dark grey bits and pieces, and some red slopey things. So quick and easy. I think I'm getting the hang of this kind of process. Now I've got the inventory listed by drawer number, it does make it a lot quicker to move through. Yeah, pretty straightforward getting these done now, doing the postage and stuff like that. So seems to be in order. Noticed on this one, express shipping required. Another lesson learnt. I sent an order out normal shipping when they paid for express shipping. In the excitement of actually getting orders, I didn't even think to look at the difference in the prices, having loaded them all up when they come through. Kind of, I guess in my mind I thought it would say shipping express or something like that, but no, it doesn't. It's just the price bracket, so one to be watchful of as we go forward. So the eagle-eyed amongst you will have realised that those 2 orders before weren't the same 2 orders as I was talking about the end of Monday. I got myself a bit confused. So these are those orders. So white parts and some dark blue grey, probably Hoth, isn't it? Let's be honest. But I'm amazed how well white parts are going at the moment. Just shows kind of like they're not amazing parts or specialist things. It's just white bits seem to go really well. And then the second order is the one with the minifigure. The second one of those Fang Fighter canopies, which was a new piece in that set, going out. And then some just general parts, some Technic bits and some white bits and some dark grey bits with some hoses. So yeah, those are those orders from last night. Get those packed up, and then that's 4 for the start of the week already. Pretty good. Thought I'd just show you the state of some of these bricks that I've replaced on the B-wing and how yellowed they were. It's amazing, isn't it? How much discoloration occurs from just the light, you know. And whoever had these sets had obviously displayed them all, but and had more money than sense. But yeah, that's the things that I've replaced today before photographing it, as you've just seen, and felt like it was the right thing to do in terms of at least getting it into a good shape that someone might buy it, but not getting too fixed on it being perfect, because ultimately someone will want it to be either used and they can live with it and change a few bits, or they might want to take it all the way back to being like brand new, excellent condition. But good luck to them. So these are for the bin. The other thing I was going to mention today was, but I missed the moment. We were at 66 subscribers at one point, and for you Clone Wars fans, you know, and everyone, I guess, 66 is obviously a special number, but I missed the opportunity to take a picture of it because it bumped up just as I was about to do it. So whilst we're at the schoolboy sniggering 69 now, 66 would have been a cooler screenshot, but you snooze, you lose. Wednesday, July 19th, only one order in overnight into the store. It is a pretty straightforward order, just 10 of those dark grey wedge plates heading off to New South Wales. So I'll get that packed pretty quickly, get that shipped out today as ever. Over on YouTube, up to 70. I tell you, it just keeps going, I've just posted a new video that I ran through the 20, it's 28 actually, 27 plus the advent calendar, but you don't really count that as a set, or I don't anyway. It's just kind of a minifigure grab, isn't it? Which is no bad thing, don't get me wrong. Anyway, kind of walking through the retiring sets. This week's blog post that was on Monday has done pretty well actually, that's amazing. And last week's is now the most watched video on the channel, so that's amazing. 70 subscribers there. Still haven't done anything over on Facebook, so there's no likes, no followers, and no content, which is probably the biggest problem there. But we'll have to get something going on there, because I think it might be useful in terms of attracting people to the YouTube channel, if nothing else. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at on the socials thing. I'm making a start on organising this bulk load that I bought from Brick Warehouse, the place with 1.6 million parts, so I'm not going to miss these ones. I started sorting various bits into pots so that I can sort out the Brick Store file. What is really useful is you can actually import your order into a Brick Store file, and then you can make any changes and stuff like that to it as you go. And then the other thing I thought we haven't done for a while is we haven't actually looked at the shelves. So I thought I might give you a look where we're up to. There's Luke's Dagobah X-Wing, which I'm just waiting on. What am I waiting on? I think I'm waiting on one part for that, and I can't remember what it is now. Oh yeah, it's these dark grey dishes. I need more. I think I just need 2 of them. Yeah, I just need 2 of them and the cones to go with it. But anyway, it's been a while since we looked at this, but we were, I can't remember how many drawers we had full before. I think we moved on to the other side. And as we go, as things kind of get more volume, they kind of shift from these either half a drawer to a full drawer, or they go to a big drawer, or they head over there into the wardrobe, that was a wardrobe, into the trays. And then I've probably got to think about what I'm going to do if they go beyond that. And I've got these boxes, which I've got some of them in the storage unit full of Lego, but I've got a couple kicking around as well. So they could actually become good overflow in time, because things like these plates, I've got a whole load more of those coming in different colours, and they're just going to take up a lot of space. So I need to just have a little think about where I'm going to put stuff. And then over the other side of the unit, we've got quite a long way down. We're up to drawer 398 of stuff, and we're up to big drawer 56, which what's in big drawer 56? Oh yeah, those kind of large modified tiles. So it's coming along, kind of with every kind of part out, you fill up at least 2 or 3 of these drawers. So I think by the time we've finished the parting out of the boxes that were in the other room the other day, I think we'll probably be having to think about where else we're going to have to store stuff and how to expand this without taking up half the office here. Anyway, that's where we're at on the drawers. Love a bit of organisation, so that's very satisfying to my OCD. And next I'm going to continue with that Brick Warehouse order, sorting that out, and then get all that parted out into these little cups and trays, and I'll use these ones, and I've got this kind of like food storage things which are better for big parts and things like that. Get that done, get that uploaded, and the objective really for the rest of the week is to see how much kind of inventory we can get in there, because at the moment we're sitting at just short of 45,000 items. Now I think that's parts, isn't it? 45,000 different bricks. I think that's what it is, and there's 4,200 types of bricks. I'd like to get that over 50,000 by the weekend, which only gives me kind of like 2.5 days to get into that. But I think that's doable if I kind of plow on and focus on getting new stuff uploaded, because it definitely helps drive new sales. So that's the plan for the rest of the day, and if I do anything interesting along the way, I'll record it for this vlog. Quick and easy one to pick this one, just 10 of those dark blue grey or dark grey wedge plates ready to put in a jiffy bag and dispatch. So whilst we'd love more orders, these are nice, easy, straightforward ones are so easy to just tick off, print a label and get it away. So on to the next thing. So I just finished parting out that Brick Warehouse delivery order and adding in a few bits and pieces that I had in my Get It Sorted Will You tray, which is just over there. So these are like used printed tiles, odds and sods really, just things that have been lying around. Needed to use Brickify, I think it's called, isn't it, to find them and just add them in. So all of that comes to adding 1,366 new pieces for a value of $423 or thereabouts. But as I always say, you ain't selling them all at once, so it's good to get some new stuff up and push it out. But I think I'm going to keep going with that and do a bit of a part out next. So here's the set that I'm going to part out. I've got 2 copies of this, fairly recent, Speed Champions. Didn't realise Speed Champions had these drab looking instructions as well. Already set up, all the cups out everywhere. I've got this little table thing that I got from IKEA actually. It's got quite a good lip all the way around it, so it's a bit better than the small yellow trays for getting bits and pieces out. Load more cups over there, and I've got others over on the other side of the room as well, because I'm always amazed how many actual parts there are in these things. So I'm going to jump in, get this sorted and get it uploaded. So we're done and dusted. It was without doubt the quickest one I've ever done. Maybe that's because I'm just getting used to knowing what I'm doing. Still took over 100 cups though, even for a small set. And there's a few parts that I haven't got, so that one's a new one on me. These wheel arches are new. I haven't actually gone through any tyres and stuff like that yet. That chassis thing, that's quite an elaborate piece, but otherwise nothing too crazy in the pieces. I try and work in colours as well, because it kind of makes it easier when you're trying to find them, to put them in the drawers. Again, I don't think there's anything there that we don't have. And then over here, just lots of red bits continuing. Kind of underestimated that. I don't think I have that one yet in the store, so that's good. Nor that axle type thing. And there's some interesting printed pieces in there. Lots of Ferrari logos and some printed windscreen and some bits and pieces. So get the Brick Store file up and see where we go. So that's everything uploaded into Brick Store file, and it works out at 159 Australian dollars for 2 sets. Given that they're $32.99 full price on the Lego.com store, that's a 240 something % return on it. So I guess that's 2.4 times value, or times 2.4 value, which you kind of hear a lot of other people talking about between 2.5 and 3 being the ideal, but you've definitely got to get them on sale to get to 3, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not bad for a set that only has 1 minifigure. I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to I've added in comments where I know where I'm going to put parts that I don't have already, and so I'm going to do the next bit, which is you just go to File, Export, Mass, Upload. It brings up all of that stuff. Check a few boxes that you like the look of. It's a bit more scientific than that really. You verify. I think I've showed you all this before, so, and then it comes up. So there's another part that I don't have. I needed to mark that up. So what I do is I kind of flick between this and my inventory and stuff like that to get the exact location for everything, and then put everything away. So that's next. So there we are, all in, all the remarks updated, kind of worked through that. It's taken me 40 minutes to do all of that, which I've no idea whether or not that's a good speed of doing it or not, but it seemed pretty organised to me. So there it is, kind of 46 parts, 112 unique lots in that lot, which is why I had so many cups, for a value of 159.92. So we're just going to upload that to the thing, send out the little notification thing, job's a good one, and then let's have a look where that takes us for the end of today. Well, we were just short 45 before, weren't we? So we're just short of, a little 3/4 of the way to 47. And fast approaching the 1,000 visitors count. That's pretty good, isn't it? And then there's all the new bits that have cropped up. Interesting how it chooses the most unusual parts to flag up there. I wonder if that's deliberate. There's the little minifigure, and the instructions have been added in there as well. So that's that for the day. That's pretty good. Over on YouTube, what's happening on YouTube? Go to my channel. Now you've seen all the crap I watch. Still on 70 subscribers, none today. Today's video, it's got 29 views, not a great deal, but that's okay. Maybe people just aren't interested in what to spend money on at this time of year. I've got one about the terrible looking Chewbacca thing going up later tonight, kind of scheduled that one in. And that is probably it for me for the day. I've got some other bits and pieces I need to get on with, some admin for life and whatnot. So I'll see you back here tomorrow, Thursday morning, and just 2 orders in overnight. He says just 2. It's pretty common practice, isn't it? Both kind of decent orders, really. One's just a couple of lightsabers and a hilt, and the other one is mixed parts, so I'll get on to doing those in a minute. Let's have a look where we are on the store. Keeping this side of the screen so I don't give away people's names. Not sure how people feel about that. Look at that, went past the 1,000 visit count. Not that it means anything, because you know it's not like 1,000 people bought anything, but I'm pleased with it because it's obviously getting seen, even though, like, by the grand scheme of things, 4,373 lots isn't an awful lot. And what I understand is the more lots you have, the more kind of searches for kind of buying parts you feature in, and therefore you get seen more. So that's pretty good. Over on YouTube, we've bumped up to 74 subscribers, cracking along. The 2 latest videos, not doing too bad, to be honest. Kind of the one about the investing sets is good. The Chewbacca one, I know, like, it's been all over the internet, so people are probably like, yeah, whatever, I've seen it. Don't need to read any more, hear any more about that. But overnight, the San Diego Comic-Con, or whatever it's called, has released the Ahsoka sets. So you've got the E-Wing and Starfighter dual pack, which has got some amazing minifigures in it. And there is the Ahsoka T6 shuttle, which I think is a lot stubbier than the original from my memory. I've got one in my personal collection. So obviously I'm going to get one of these as well, but I'm going to do a video on each of these sets for the next few days and have a look at that, because I think the old one was a lot kind of broader, not quite so stubby. So I have to have a look at that. What else did they announce? Same again. All right. Over the top of it, they obviously announced the Chewbacca, which probably means my video won't get pinged by, but there's the back of the box, look. So they've got yeah, comes with a little stand. That wasn't in the other shot, was it? But man, the minifigure is better than the actual thing. And I think that's it. I think that's everything that they've released. So yeah, I'm going to do a couple of videos, just short little kind of what I think of the sets, and talk about the minifigures. These ones are pretty cool as well. The Sabine's good, and the Inquisitor. It's almost like a knight in armor in that one, and I really like the pilot, whose name I don't know yet because I'm not blowing up the images, but some really good minifigures in that. But having looked at the other images of that ship, it's weird from the side, even though it just looks like the Buzz Lightyear spaceship that they've remodeled. I haven't even looked at Facebook yet because I didn't do anything. I just posted a video, so I'm not expecting anything to happen over there. So I'm going to crack on, get these 2 orders picked and get them ready for posting, and then think about getting some more inventory into the store through the day. Got a few other things I need to do, and I want to take some of my like the UCS TIE Fighter that's in a box and the Darth Vader castle to the storage place, so they're out of the way in the spare bedroom, so that one day the spare bedroom can become a spare bedroom rather than a box shop. So cracking on, and I'll video anything that's interesting as I go. So here's those 2 orders all packed and ready to go. This one was mainly light greyish blue, is that what they call it? Light bluish grey, and some various bits and pieces. So that one's all packed up, but kind of yesterday I got some new smaller boxes. So that's the old box, which was kind of 22.5 by 16.5, which, you know, if you've got an order that size, it's just rattling around, kind of feels a bit kind of extravagant in terms of the box size. So I managed to order some smaller ones, which will be perfect for orders like that, which is good. So I've got a stock of them in now. And then the second order that's now been paid, which was the 2 lightsabers. Obviously somebody's doing something Mace Windu, because I think he's the only one with a purple lightsaber, isn't he? And some chrome hilts, which is good. And obviously that's a bit of a jiffy bag job, because everything else, I mean, even that box would be just way over the top. So yeah, that's all good. I also got yesterday some more bags, kind of smaller ones and stuff like that, because the big ones, whilst they're good for kind of bigger hauls, again, just kind of trying to bring some economy to and save the planet a bit less plastic, even though we're dealing in plastic. So some smaller bags, keep those moving. But what it has highlighted to me is that I need to sort my stuff out in this drawer. I was going to swear then, because that's just a mess now. Needs sorting out into some kind of order where I can see the different sizes of bags that I've got. And I probably need to do something similar with the boxes that I've got, because they kind of come all flat. So you need to be able to understand the sizes of them pretty quickly, because I've got another one that's bigger than that, and I've got a long one that I used to use for kind of sets when I was selling those kind of those long rectangular boxes on eBay. So all that needs a bit of a sort out at some time, but that might be a job for the weekend. As I said, bits and pieces I need to get done today with the actual day job. So gonna leave it there and report back if anything else develops. Friday morning, and one order in overnight from New Zealand. Somebody obviously displaying minifigures, because they've cleared me out of those, but luckily I've got a massive order of them coming from Lego itself, so I ordered a few hundred of those, because everyone's into them right now, kind of for displaying minifigures. And obviously those Kmart display boxes have been massively popular, and now everyone's worried about feet cracking and stuff, so they seem to be going quite well. 22 of those heading off to New Zealand. And then today, I've already done a couple of things, but this is on my list to try and start tackling. A bag of old wheels. Some of them these are all used. Well, they're all used in a way. Like those ones are when I was a kid, I reckon. They're that old. But some of them are just tyres that have been out of sets, never built, and just put in a bag ages ago. So I'm going to go through, or start going through them today, making sense of it. I've also been and picked up another couple of these. They were on sale at Spotlight. So I've picked up another couple of the big drawers, because we run out of them last night doing part outs. So obviously, as I fill up a drawer like this with one type of part, brick, whatever it is, they need to be either split up into several smaller drawers, which takes up a lot of room, or what I have been doing is kind of decanting them into these bigger drawers, or into the trays, but the trays are full and there is no stock of those until mid to late August. So I've gone and got a couple more of the big trays just to kind of cover me for the next couple of weeks. Seem to be doing okay on small drawers. Still got about another one of these to fill, so that's 60 drawers at the back, so we're all right there. What I'm probably going to do is shift all of this stuff. The TIE Fighter's going anyway because it's selling on eBay with bids happening today, and it's going to end today, so I can move all of this stuff and put at least one there, and I could probably put one under a desk or something like that when I get to needing that one, but it's not critical right now. And then I can move all the cups up here. The old Dagobah X-Wing kind of is almost complete. I'm waiting on those dishes still, but they're on their way, so they should be here either over the week, well, today, or early next week. And then we'll start thinking about what we're going to do in terms of drawers. Like, I found these trays so useful in terms of just being able to hold quite a lot of volume. They're not always the easiest to get into. Like if you want to dig around, I have to use one of the yellow kind of funnel trays, but they're very useful for the bigger bricks, you know, where you just kind of need to rummage around. So I might think about measuring up where I could get some more of these in. I'm not sure if I can get another one low in this wardrobe because of this piece of wood that's in there. I might be able to get some, but there's the hinges of the door and there's all sorts of things I'm going to have to think about. But I might be able to get one of these over by the printer, not as high as this, but maybe just a kind of desk height, just to give me a little bit extra, because the minifigures are kind of filling up, right? And there's still another tray of those to go, so there's all of these to figure out. There's a whole load of Muppet things. I think these are all minifigures I couldn't put back together, and then there's a whole bag of Rebel Alliance, or whatever you want to call it, figures that need to be listed. Another job perhaps I might start over the weekend. There's some Ewoks and things in there, just to get them all listed, and then I'll know how many trays I've got left, because I've got down the bottom in T16 is instructions, so 15 and 14 are empty, but I was planning on using those for instructions and bigger parts, which leaves me one of these that needs a tray. And then if I get another block of 8, or I think they come in 5s maybe, you can get a block of 5 or 6 that could go over by where the printer is, and that might create a bit more storage. But yeah, it's definitely something I hadn't thought I'd get to a point of needing so quickly, but plenty to think about how I'm going to tackle that moving forward. It's Friday afternoon, end of the week for me. Just done another part out, although this one seems to have taken me forever, which is going to add another 216 lots, 1,852 parts, which is going to take us over, I think, if we visit store. Oh, visit store, come on. Which I think will take us over the 50,000 parts. There we go. 51,774 parts, closing out the weekend over the 50,000 mark, which I'm very happy about. Let's have a look where we're at with the YouTube channel before we kind of call it a week. Up to 89 subscribers. That is just awesome. Maybe we'll be 100 before we kind of kick off next week's orders. Lots to do at the weekend. Got to sort out a lot of the drawers that are getting filled up now. I've got these 2 big drawer containers. I'll be able to spread things out a bit, make it a bit easier. One of the reasons it's taken so long is because just having to reassign drawers as you go to fit new inventory in. So that's it. Another week. It's been a good one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Help me push on to those 3 figures and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear once said. Otherwise, was it Buzz Lightyear? Yeah. Anyway, Thanks for watching this week's vlog, and I shall see you next week. Cheers.